The first step for me is always to write in my journal and to just start to compile a lot of ideas. Usually, I mean, this sounds like a cliche for writers, but I think writers don't choose an idea. I think ideas choose us. There'll be some idea, something that just I keep thinking, I should write that, I should write that. I think good scripts take time, at least they do for me. I wish I were a genius who could just sit down and boom, the first draft is perfect, but it takes me a while to find it. Well, I'm very comfortable with the structure of television. And the form is shorter, and I feel like I have more experience doing that in some ways. If you would have asked me this question 1 or 2 years ago, I would have said definitely more comfortable in television, but now I'm becoming much more comfortable with movies because I like that it's finite, you know. It's like a circle, you know, and in a movie you get to complete the circle in one story. In a television series it just keeps going. So I like the challenge of the limitation of a more finite story in a way. And I just think movies are, but at the same time, some of the best stories right now and the best storytelling and characters are in TV series. So it's a good question. I'm trying to continue to do both. It's called Flinch, and it's basically it's a dramedy about two brothers who decide to get revenge against the stepfather who treated them and their mother very, very poorly when they were children. And it's 25 years later, and the brothers decide to find him and mess with his life and get back what he stole from their mother, which are these gold coins that belong to their father, that the stepfather stole, and they're worth a lot of money. And this is my passion project because it's very cathartic to me to go and exercise some of my personal demons, but to do it hopefully with humor and to, you know, tell this is a story I've been afraid to tell my whole life, and it's a real, it's a liberation for me to tell this story. This is my #1 professional goal, to get this movie made, but at the same time I'm starting to work on new projects. I like to start with a strong central conflict that contains the word but. I need to know what the central story is. I need to know the stakes are very high. And then I start with characters. You know, who are these people? Why are they interesting? How is this idea unique? And I make a lot of notes. Then I start to work, I use index cards and I start to lay out a structure. And then I work on an outline. Once I have the structure down, I try to write a draft very quickly because I know then it makes me less anxious, and then I start to rewrite. I like to get notes from I have 3 trusted advisors who give me comments on my scripts, who I know will be honest with me. They'll tell me, okay, this is really terrible, or it has a lot of promise, and then I go from there. First line of my new book is, writers always want to be finished. Most writers don't like to write, but they like to have written. So I think you can't rush the process. I think there's so much competition in screenwriting now for both movies and television and in Hollywood and everywhere, that the script, it can't just be good, it has to be great. You know, every word has to be there for a reason. Every character needs to be really sharp. There needs to be layers to the atmosphere and the settings, and that takes time. And the biggest mistake is people rush the script, they send it out into the world too soon, and then, you know, they get rejected because it wasn't ready. I think read as many screenplays and TV pilots and TV, you know, episodes from really good quality shows that you can, and then watch and see how they were produced. You know, watch the produced episodes, study the movies. I think that's the best education, just to read as many scripts as you can, and also go to the movies a lot. Film and television are both very collaborative, so I think it's important to work with groups of people and share your work. Join a writer's group, because interaction with other writers is crucial. If you can, try to direct a short, because even if you want to be a writer and not a director, making films, you learn a lot about the writing process from production, and from post-production is extremely valuable, because you make a lot of, you know, the final rewrite is in editing.